It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we've got Pat Surtain, who picked up 4 tackles in last week's contest. It's the Broncos and the Jags on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine for the postseason, winners of 8 of their last 10.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. And his first look is incomplete. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver.
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
That's taken on the 25. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it it done.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
We can look at this Bronco defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there and drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to draw that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Spotted out the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? They'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The Broncos at 4-5, a game under 500. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Give them
14 yards there and a Denver first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Lawrence's throw going to be caught by Davis.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big one. Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Denver's offense ready to go again. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets pop free.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he gets it a little bit closer. Takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
Once more, ETN. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. It's the fullback.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
In some phases of life, that's what's known as the quick response team. Down 3, they come right back with a big return. They want to at least tie this game up.
Denver's offense now set to go. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They just got to find a way to get it done.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out come the Jags. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. ETN up the middle.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now Lawrence. That is caught. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Lawrence will throw.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Lawrence going to throw again.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
That's caught at the 3. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Going for it, here's Etienne.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays, eat up chunks of yardage, and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. On the counter, Etienne.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
That's pulled in at the 32.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. I'm so used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Tano Passanio with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. It led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 11. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Denver getting set to take the field. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 1. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the 1st half.
fourth down. The punt team is on as this is sent away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is
now
reversed.
3rd down and 7. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pass caught. It's Davis on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. A gain there of 21 yards. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. The open man here, Renfro. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season is going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Texans out in front as that one is just about to halftime. It's C.J. Stroud with 3. Count them. 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Joe Burrow, terrific in the win, as his guys upped their mark to 7-4 with the victory. One of the top performers in that first half was the running back Travis Etienne. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right,
these
Coach,
two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. And the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Here's the option.
And he coughed it up.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security. I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
A give to ETN running right.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try to field goal.
From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away.
Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Williams, running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Antonio Johnson.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's a give to ETN.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
That's Drew Sanders, who got in there and dropped it.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will stay a two-score game at 16.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
And we get another look now at this Broncos offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to...
And on the way home for the Broncos score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appear in others.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A handoff for ETN. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
They'll look to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football on a quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the boost up.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Foyesade American. And the Jags are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Marquise Bell.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump it for a loss of 8.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Sam Williams bringing him down that time.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to... It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
2nd and 9.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. He'll drop to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take for 3. And I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied. But in the fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd down and 1.
Back to throw here. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
On second down, Williams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Called out a very strong gain of 24. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there, excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
And the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Jaguars.
They're going to look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Back to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the 2nd half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. That's caught at the 2. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Marquise Bell
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw.
That is caught. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Marquise Bell
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need
This will lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Broncos, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.